What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with my first ever All Tea All Shade Ready to Love Season 3, Episode 1 review. This is a show that for the first two seasons I watched live on Instagram with you guys, but this year I just decided to switch it up and do actual reviews on the show. So tonight's first episode was the casting special where we met all of the single people that will be on the show looking for love. This season is in Houston, Texas, which is the show's host Tommy um city. That's the place where he lives in. So the first guy that we met is a guy by the name of Joel, who's 42. He's an engineer. He's a cute little light skinned bald head man, very fit, very active, great body. He has twins by his wife who passed away from cancer. I like him, but he seems like he's the type that's gonna make you eat a salad and watch what you eat and count your carbs and make you eat shakes and shit and protein shakes and take 1,000 vitamins and give you a Fitbit. Like he just seemed like he gonna be on your ass all the time about your physical body, and I just ain't got time for that. If you want Shake Shack or some fucking Chick-fil-A, he gonna be looking at you, giving you the side eye, saying it ain't healthy. Like, I don't know about him. He seemed like he a nice man or whatever, and I feel bad for what he's gone through, but he just seemed like that type to me. So, next up we meet Jason, who triggered me because that's my ex name. So anybody named Jason triggers me off the bat. He's 36. He's a teacher. His teeth wasn't right, so I feel like he ain't right. Teeth are very important to me, and them motherfuckers was like London Bridge falling the fuck down. Nope, nope, nope. So he says that he played ball his whole life. He played overseas. He found out that his girlfriend was cheating on him right before he proposed to her. So they worked at the same place, and his other coworkers were on a text message thread talking about how the girl was cheating on him. That's how he found out. And when he confronted her, she was just basically like, um, he seems to me like a pushover. He seems like the type that just is soft and will let a woman talk to him or treat him any kind of way. So I don't know how he's going to fare with the other ladies. He's not physically attractive to me. Maybe somebody else will like him, but he wouldn't be my pick. Next up we have Ron, who's 40. He's in corporate sales. He looked like my baby daddy, which was also like, what the fuck? When he first came on the show, I was looking like, Harry's daddy. Like, what the fuck? He looked just like my son daddy. He's very good looking, but he seemed like he could be a player and an asshole. He seemed like he all about himself. Like, if he anything like my baby daddy, bitch, run. And I say that he seems like an asshole because of this statement when he says when women meet a guy like me, that's a little more alpha and direct. And I was like, oh, so you think you could just say whatever the fuck you want to say to people? You got to listen to what people say. So when he said that I'm a little more alpha and direct, that's code for he's an asshole. So pay attention to what these men and these women say to you. So he give me, I know I'm the shit, King Tut type vibe. It's a pleasure to even be in my motherfucking atmosphere and my personal space. I'm God's gift to women type vibe. So we gonna see how he fares on this show. Um, Next up, we meet Bernicia. She is a 39-year-old woman, salon owner, mother of three girls. She's a very pretty woman with a great shape, Coke bottle shape. She dated one of her kids' father for 8 years, who took care of her, but cheated a lot and was controlling. I feel like she gonna like Ron. She seems like the type that is very into looks, a, a man that has money that's going to provide for her, and she will put up with certain things that most women won't because of a certain lifestyle. So she gives me very materialistic. She's cute or whatever, sweet lady, but she seems like she's going to be very materialistic. Next up we meet Chris, who's 39. She's a flight attendant. She's pretty, great shape, and seems like she's the type that can take a leave a nigga. Like, her personality was very dry, very like monotone, very like, I know I'm the shit. I don't have time for this foolishness. She reminded me a lot of myself. So producers asked her how she feels about competition, and she was like, "I ain't worried about that. Like, I'm not here to make friends, but I mean, if you want to be nice, I'm gonna be nice to you." She also, she just seems like the type that is guarded. She's been through a lot, and she ain't here to play no games, and she just not gonna settle. I like her so far. Um, Next up, we meet Alexis, who's 35. She's a TV producer. She says her friends call her fly because she's so fly because of the way she dressed. And I was like, I don't think that's the reason why they call you fly, sis. I think they call you fly because you look like Lord of the Flies. I'm going to hell. She was just not cute to me. Yeah, her outfits were atrocious and gaudy as hell, like very black owned boutique ish. That was even worse. Oh God, Keisha, I'm so sorry. So, she said she was married to a pastor and didn't like that she had to share her husband with all those other people who's call all the time needing him, and she has a son. She says she feels like the men that she meets only wants her for sex and don't want a commitment. I feel like she gonna get on my nerves. I feel like she gonna be extra. I feel like she thinks she the shit and she ain't. But for judging by the trailer, a lot of these niggas gonna like her. Maybe she leads with sexual energy, and that's the reason why men only come to her for sex. I don't know, but I don't think I'm gonna like her, Bernie. What y'all think about her? Cause I ain't feeling her so far. So next up, we meet Stacy, who's 39. She's an insurance business owner, divorced from an NBA player, mother of three. She's a cute lady. She says that her son stayed back, I think from going to college so he could help her with his siblings. And she seems like she has a very close relationship with her children, but she seems like she is the type that relies on her kids a lot for support, which I don't like that. She seems like she's a very needy person, kind of weak a little bit. Um she says she's tired of dating and people trying to set her up with folks. I feel like she'll be a contender, but I think she got that pick me, like I just need a man, somebody give me a man syndrome. So we're gonna see how she fares. Next up, we meet Diedrick, who's a 47-year-old chef. He's been married twice with two daughters and really wants a son. And if you don't want children, he not even looking at you. He ain't got no rap for you. He a chocolate dude. I think he had a beard or whatever. He's nice looking, but I feel like his stipulation on kids is a lot for any woman, especially at the age group that they're in. A lot of people don't want to start over having babies at that age, but nah, he wouldn't have been my cup of tea, but somebody will like him. And I think that the person that will like him is Andrea. She's a 38-year-old flight attendant. We got two flight attendants. Pretty woman that's been single, however, since 2004. And I thought I was out here bad. I ain't had a nigga in like 7 years. But god damn, she says that she wants a tall, fit man and wants kids. Everything that Diedrick pretty much is. So I think that they would pair up very nicely. I didn't really get a good read on her on Andrea, but like I said, I feel like her and Diedrick would be a great pair. So then we meet Liz, who's 40. She's a CEO of a production company, very business orientated, pretty woman with curly hair, with horrible dynasty fashions, like hated her outfits. They were atrocious. She gives me big dick energy, and she gives me I refuse to settle, and she gives me get the fuck out my face. She gives me I'm a every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want now, baby, I'll do it naturally. She wants a man, however, that has a relationship with God. She reminds me a lot of myself. She seems like she's very in tune with who she is, what she wants. She's not willing to settle. That's why she's been single for 17 fucking years. Um, and she not about to play with you. Like she ain't got time to be playing. She wants the real thing. I like her a lot. Then we meet AJ, who's a 30-year-old music producer. He thinks very highly of himself. He thinks that he is the bee's knees. He tall, he chocolate, he got a beard, all the fuck boy qualities. I ain't really feeling him, Bernie. The fact that he a music producer, who you produce for? I ain't heard you drop no names, aka you ain't got no money. He say I wouldn't be surprised if I know some of these women already, because he said out his mouth that he was out here and that he done fucked half of Houston. Like that dick is burning. No, Jesus, don't want it. He says that he wants the F's, which are a woman that is fit, fine, funny, feisty, family oriented, freaky, full figured. He want all the shit that a fuck boy wants. And girl, I don't like this nigga at all. Just don't like him. He do too much. He got all these criteria for a bitch, but what the fuck are you bringing? Outside of dick that been slanged everywhere. He says that he's not gonna hold his tongue. Once again, he gives me the qualities that the guy that reminded me of my baby daddy had. Seems like he's gonna be an asshole. I don't think I'm gonna like him. Next up, we meet Troy, who's 51, a regional manager with a daughter. I hated his facial expressions the whole time he was talking. He kept on making his face one eyebrow up, the eyebrow down, and pursing his lips, giving you Zoolander. And I'm like, is that supposed to be your cute face? Like, stop. You look like you paralyzed on one side of the face. So, he says in his confessional, I don't particularly like full figure. Then he called himself full figure women. Then he called himself because realized he had said some fuck shit. And he was like, let me take that back. I'm not attracted to full figure women. I like a small, petite young lady. And I didn't have a problem with his personal preferences on sizes because I frankly don't like fat niggas myself, and I'm a fat bitch. I don't want no fat ass niggas. I don't want your titties touching my titties, making me feel like I'm in a lesbianist relationship. Don't want it. I like a slender, tall man. So I don't have no problem with him not liking no fat bitch. My problem is that he says that he's the best catch in Houston thus far. And I was like, if that's what Houston got to offer, my nigga, I will stay celibate because ain't no way in hell you the best they got to offer with that stupid ass face of yours. Don't like him. Next, we meet Ida, who's 37, a development manager. Her last relationship was 2 years ago. She says she's very vocal. She seems like she's gonna be a lot. She seems like she's gonna be very rough in your face. Doing her neck, cussing, like finger pop. I don't know. She just seems like she a lot. She seems like she's a abrasive woman, and I hated her short haircut. Then we meet Tressa, who's 42. She's a comedian with an afro, Coke bottle, full figured shape, give me body. She was married at the age of 19 and stayed married to him for 13 years and was basically the man of the house. We've all been in that position where we taking care of niggas and shit, and she finally got tired and divorced his ass. She got a daughter that she's very close with. She says she has attracted some hobosexuals, and I love this term. Basically, men that like you for your house. And that's why I always joke like these niggas can't come over here because that's what these niggas like to do. They like to take you out one time on a date, and then after that they want to come up and just sit up at your house and watch a movie and Netflix. No, nigga, you're not about to come over here sucking up my good air, drinking up all my goddamn juice and shit, watching my fucking cable that I pay for, using my Wi-Fi because you ain't got it. No, thank you, sir. No, ma'am. So you have to be careful when you dating these niggas because, like she said, some of these niggas don't like you. They like where you live. Oh, I like her a lot. Like her a lot. Love her personality. Um, I don't know if the guys are gonna necessarily be on her like that. If she'll be a top pick because she's full figure, because she has natural hair, because she's a comedian, and men tend to be very sexist when it comes to funny women. So I don't know, but personally, she's a beautiful woman to me, and I love her personality and I love her figure. So we then meet Christian, who's a 36-year-old mailman. He looked very beautiful in his pictures that he posted, but in his confessionals live, he wasn't as attractive. He was alright looking, but in his pictures, he was gorgeous. He says that he used to be really wild, aka he was out here just fucking, but changed a lot about himself because he realized that he wasn't living right. He was drinking too much. He woke up one night at a stop sign. So he's been sober now for the last 3 years. Red flag for me. I personally don't feel like I would feel comfortable dating anybody that has had addiction issues, especially because I grew up with an addicted uncle and I saw how their behavior was. And then a lot of my family members are alcoholics. I've dealt with a man that drank and became very mentally and physically abusive. So I don't want to deal with that. That would be a no-no for me, especially somebody that's only 3 years sober. Like, wouldn't be for me. But yeah. Then we meet Khalil, who's 41. He's a teacher. He almost died via car accident, and he was dating this woman from the UK at that time. She proposed to him, and they got married. But he ended up moving to the UK after she got him a visa, went over there, but he couldn't find work. He just didn't feel comfortable, so they ended up annulling the marriage. He says that he's attracted a lot of mean women. He likes thick intellectual women, so he might like the comedian lady. He seems like he's very serious and he wants the real thing. I liked him. Like I said, he seems grounded and he seems serious and he don't seem like he coming on her just to be on television, but you never know. Then we meet Amber, who's a 31-year-old criminal attorney. She looked very homely in her confessional that Bob was fried, dyed, and not laid to the side. It was horrible, child. I was like, why did you come on national television with your hair like this and this ugly ass first Sunday dress on? I just hated it. She looked better in her pictures than she did once again in her confessional. She seemed more, sexier in her photos. Um, I didn't really get a good read on her personality based off her confessional, so we're gonna see about her. Then we met David, who's a 44-year-old real estate agent that officiates a wedding. He seems like he is just all about love, 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 love. He wants love. He loves to give love. He's been married twice. The first time he was very young. The second time he thought, he was ready, but he married the wrong person. He has 4 kids. He's a family man. His parents were married for 40 years and just recently got a divorce, and it really hurt him. He's very cute, beautiful smile, and says that he's picky because this will be his third go around. I like him. I like him a lot. I feel good energy from him, so we gonna see. It's something about him that's giving me a little bit of a red flag. I feel like he might be just one of them type of men that just fall in love so easily and just seem like he's so good on paper, but then when you get to know him, he a whole nother motherfucker. He one of them type that he seems to me like he might fool you. Like he just seemed like he just so good. And but then that motherfucker crazy for real. So I don't know. I got my eye on him, but he's out of all the guys, I would have been attracted to him probably. So then we meet Kyra, who's a 34-year-old attorney who is ratchet and classy. Her words, not mine. She was with her college sweetheart for 9 years. He cheated on her. She hasn't been with anybody really since. She likes chocolate men, so she'll like some of the guys most definitely. She's a cute girl. Didn't really get a good read on her either, but she seems like she's a fun girl, cute, cute shape. And then we find out that the 20th cast member is none other from Chris from season 2, who got played. He was the radio DJ, African looking dude, very skinny. I'm happy that he got a second chance to come back and find love. Hopefully it'll work out for him this season. I love this show. I can't wait to see how everything plays out, who pairs up with who beefs with who get played by who. Love this show. I'll be doing reviews every Friday, so be on the lookout for that. Let me know what you thought about all of the singles. Who are your faves thus far? Let's talk down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell button, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.